It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 It's the Mac Man Morning Show.
And good morning to everyone. Good morning to you. Happy Monday to you. 8 more days before Election Day, and we're anticipating a great historic night. We're anticipating democracy at its best. Good morning to all of you. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the Mac Man Morning Show, and good morning to everybody. I'm James Mack. I am your host. Hey, listen, it was a real wonderful, decent weekend this weekend. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Mine was relatively quiet, a little busy, but relatively quiet. Had an opportunity to relax a little bit. There are things that getting ready for this real busy week that we're getting ready to have, not only here at the MacMan Morning Show, but also on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. I say good morning to everyone that's listening to us on WKRA. Everyone that's listening in our YouTube audience, good morning to all of you. Like to say good morning. It's a wonderful opportunity for all of us to be here, and it's just a great morning. And let me say this, get this out the way here before I do any weather, because it might cause some weather to happen around here. I got to just see though, but you know, a person that we all know so well spent on vacation and enjoying themselves, which is a wonderful thing. When you go away, you ought to be able to enjoy yourself. But it is good and wonderful to have back our chief correspondent of the MacMan Morning Show. We'd like to welcome back from vacation. I said what I said. Good morning to you, ma'am.
Well, good morning, James, and good morning to
Uh-oh,
everybody.
watch out, y'all. Get your umbrellas and your raincoats or whatever. If this is fall, it's cold, y'all. But anyway, welcome back. How was your vacation?
Oh, it was great. I can't complain at all. I really had a good time when I did get out of town.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
I
That's
enjoyed
good.
myself.
But she then got back in the saddle and everything, and now she said, "Oh my God, I got to go back. I got to come back over here." Like to say good morning to our senior contributor, Brother Lee. Brother Lee, I was welcoming back our little sidekick here. I said what I said. She's back. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, Brother Lee. Say hey to us this morning.
Great day, everyone.
Hey, Lee.
Oh, watch out now. Watch out. She back now, Lee. You're in trouble.
How you doing? You saying
I'm
what I
good,
said?
Lee. I'm doing good. James, I didn't know
Uh,
I was a sidekick.
no, we was just We were just talking and carrying on. That's all right. But look, we're here this morning. We'd like to welcome you all here. Listen, we have a full week of events, and there may be some surprises along the way. So don't be surprised at who you would hear on the Magman Morning Show. Um, that as we get ready to get closer and closer, we have 8 days left, folks, for this election that is coming. Um, Over this weekend, there were some things that were said at various rallies, and I'm the type of person that wants to make sure that I am fair and I am balanced. Why do you say that, James Mack? Well, I say that because people have a tendency to try to cover up the worst actions of folks, the worst things that are going on. I'm so sorry about trying to let me see if I can adjust it a little bit. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm working on it. What that we see now this past weekend, I was observing, but let me go to the weather first, y'all. Jesus, see, I should have just, yeah, I'm going to go to the weather first. Listen, y'all, tonight is going to be comfortable in the mid 50s. It's going to be, real mild, mainly clear skies. A big warm up is on the way, they are telling us. On the way, but though it might feel a little bit different tomorrow, the highs will be possibly in the upper 80s. So we're going to be it's going to be a record day. We're still in Indian summer here. The highs are going to stay into the 80s and the lows in the 60s throughout Wednesday. And changes will be taking place on Thursday as the cold front moves through the area. Ahead of it, more than likely, we might get some rain and some thunderstorms around Thursday, going into Thursday evening. This is going to be, it's setting up to be real good soaking of rain. Around Halloween and around these times, we get this weather, this change of the weather. But on Thursday, Halloween is next Thursday. Is it this Thursday or next Thursday? Somebody, I don't know. I hadn't caught up with it. I think it is. Is it Thursday? This Thursday coming up? Somebody? Anybody? Okay. Y'all let me
I'm
hear
I'm
about
checking,
myself.
James. I'm checking because
Oh, okay.
I don't know either. I don't have any
Okay.
kids
Well,
at
the
home,
high.
so I didn't keep up with
Okay.
it. It's
Well, I'll get
this
that in a
Thursday.
minute. But then it's 50. It's 57 in Coldwater. It's 56 in Holly Springs. At WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial in Holly Springs, Mississippi. We're also covering Shelby County and the greater Memphis area with our signal. Good morning to all of you that are in our southern region of our transmitting facility over in Oxford. We'd like to say hi. Somebody said you don't say hi to Oxford anymore. I apologize. I try to get all that I can out. But hello to all of you down there in Oxford and in Batesville. We'd like to say good morning to all of you. Now, I got a problem because not with you. I said, would have said you back at work now. So I can run some of y'all nuts now. So uh, there were two rallies on this past weekend that I observed, and I wanted to talk about specifically uh, this morning. And there were some remarks at one rally that really shook my foundation. And then there were others that were real celebratory, gave us an opportunity and charged people to get out and vote. Um, then there's some other remarks that were made by various people this weekend that will shock you. I believe that if we just tell the truth, we know that it's there, but it's so blatant when it's right in front of your face. Halloween is this Thursday. Thank you all for that notification. Um, and it bothers me to see how These campaigns are going, at least on one side, I'm real concerned about. And I'm going to play this. I'm going to go ahead and play this, and we'll be back on the other side. I'm going to play one is we're going to lead into will be the what happened in New York City with Agent Orange and his crew, and we'll come back on the other side. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the McMahon Morning Show.
Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, and Hulk Hogan were some of the speakers on the stage tonight before former President Trump, but it was a short set from a comedian named Tony Hinchcliffe that sparked immediate backlash.
Welcome to the house.
For nearly 5 hours, an array of speakers fired up the crowd inside of Madison Square Garden ahead of former President Trump's highly anticipated speech. But it was this statement that caused instant vitriol.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Tony Hinchcliffe is a comedian and podcaster, and his remarks set off an avalanche of criticism. His comments targeted a critical demographic in a very tight election. Analysts anticipate a record 36.2 million Latinos will cast a ballot this year, many of them Puerto Ricans who live in New York and Florida and Pennsylvania. Puerto Rican Congressman Richie Torres, who represents the Bronx, can't understand how a rally for support disparages such a critical segment of voters.
Puerto Rico is not garbage. It's gorgeous. The people, the culture, the island, everything about Puerto Rico is gorgeous. And insulting the people of Puerto Rico, as the Trump campaign has done, is not only bad morals, it's bad politics.
More offensive remarks targeted another key voting population. Hinchcliffe leaned in with racist comments about African Americans. Minutes later, Vice President Harris's running mate, Tim Walz, responded while on a campaign streaming event with New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
People in Puerto Rico are citizens. They pay taxes and they serve in the military at almost a higher rate than anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, it's like super upsetting. Obviously, it's super upsetting to me. My family is from Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican. And
officials in Puerto Rico responded as well. Jennifer Gonzalez, a Republican running to be the island's governor, called the comments despicable, inappropriate, and disgusting. In Florida, Republican Senator Rick Scott said the joke bombed for a reason. It's not funny and it's not true. Puerto Ricans are amazing people and amazing Americans. Moments ago, Hinchcliffe came to his own defense. He said, "These people have no sense of humor. I love Puerto Rico and vacation there." Now, former President Trump's campaign released a statement tonight saying the joke does not reflect the views of President Trump or the campaign. This is just the latest flashpoint on the road to Election Day. You want to stay with Channel 7 for more on this issue and others ahead of Election Day. We'll keep you informed on the air and on ABC 7 NY.
And we'd like to thank ABC New York City for that clip and for that report. I was not surprised. I was in a sense, Brother Lee. I'm going to throw this at you because you know the comic scene. You know how things are, well, you know how that operates, that form of entertainment. Here's a comedian that got up in the middle of a rally in Madison Square Garden. There was a lot of folks down there, but there was some protests and some other things that were going on. Brother Lee, not only, I don't know if bomb is the word. What do you call what happened to this comedian and what he did? That's just part of it. I'll get to the other part.
Well, I would say, was it in poor taste? Comedy is subjective. I mean, you know, what he said, hey, it was a bad decision. I have been banned from a comedy club before, recently. So, for what I said, him to say something, comedy is usually when you use comedy, you're relating to what you see and what you know
Yeah.
and what is reality. And see,
But
he's making fun of something that's not real. That it's not, and that's the thing about comedy is that you take reality and you make it fun. He taking
uh,
fantasy, he taking a lie, and he's trying to make that funny.
now
And
that
when
ain't
it's a
all.
lie,
Now, brother Lee, that ain't all that he said. Now, if we can go back to that, yeah, thank you for that comment. It says that, and the other comments were made about people that look like me and you, the handsome, beautiful people that we are. That he saw some of us carving watermelons. Uh, with one of his friends, one of his black friends. He said that to this comedian. Now he piling it on, brother Lee. He supposed to be funny. I didn't hear too much laughter. I heard some people gasp for air and different things. And then you come to New York City, where New York and Chicago got the largest population of Puerto Rican citizens in the United States per capita. A lot of my friends that I knew, and I even went to college with are I mean, they're citizens. And then people usually get some. You can please don't mix the two up together. But that's me. But go ahead, Lee. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the watermelon joke, um, that was appealing to the racist crowd. Actually, most of his campaign and his conventions are racist, but he's appealing to his base. The
Hmm.
comedian was appealing to Donald Trump's base. The base thought that was funny because they know they can't say it in public, so they wait till somebody else says it for 'em. So yeah, Donald Trump, he says he doesn't agree with it, but yes, he does. He approved the jokes before the guy got up there. He approves it. His campaign manager and him and some others, they look at his jokes and they say that's okay to say, that's not okay. So for them to say they don't agree with it, and they knew what was coming, but then they can deny it. But his base knows, yeah, that's what we want. That's what we need to see. And like I always say, funny is funny, but that wasn't funny. It was in poor taste, and it was hurtful. And I'm not shocked by it. You should be shocked by racism because you see it
Right.
every day.
But
So
then this was the round. I mean, he said this is his finale. This was his finale, and this was what he wanted. This is my last big rally. I ain't gonna do no more of these, and this is what I want you to remember. Vote for me because I believe in this, and that. And here, listen to the funny man that's gonna be. What do they call them? Them are the lead up people. The opening act, and it was disgustingly. It was just disgusting to me.
oh, yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, okay. Donald Trump. Yeah, he's gonna do some more rallies. This is not his last one. As he gets closer, he'll get more desperate. He'll get more obnoxious. He'll get more radical. He'll get more. I would call what we call the right and the left. I'd call that the left hand because no one wants to use that. I
Mm.
would call the
What you say?
Yeah, I would call the Republicans the left hand. Nobody wants to use that. They call us the left because, whatever. Because, they say they're the right and we're the left. But they're the hand that you don't want to use. And so that's what I'm saying. So the thing is that yes, we're gonna hear more. It's gonna be something that, we say, nothing this man says shot you.
It
And,
doesn't.
and
It doesn't.
but it's surprising. It's not surprising, but people should take note
Yeah.
that the his base that you see are
Hmm.
literally almost maybe 40% of the American voting
Right.
public. So that means 40% of these people that are walking around at least are
Yeah.
solidly racist.
Right.
They have
Well,
came
let's
out the
hold on.
closet.
Yeah, hold on to your thought, and I say what I said is going to comment too. We're going to go to our break. This is the Magman Morning Show, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We'll be
It's
right
far from
back
Mississippi Delta,
after
but
these
I've lived in both. I'm
messages.
Ty Pinkins, born and raised in the Delta. I served 21 years in the Army, including 3 combat tours. As a lawyer, I stood up for Mississippi families being wrongly evicted in the middle of winter and for workers who were cheated out of their pay by big businesses, and I won. Now I'm running to represent Mississippi in the U.S. Senate. As your senator, I will fight for better paying jobs, including increasing the minimum wage to $15 an hour, affordable health care, and equality education for our children. On November 5th, I'd be honored to have your vote because your voice matters. Paid for by Ty Pinkins for Congress.
Left, right, left, left, right, left. Your mama, your daddy, they vote. Your sister, your brother, they vote. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, they need to get out and vote. Your mama, your daddy, they vote. Your sister, your brother, they vote. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, they need to get out and vote.
This is a call to all Americans. On November 5th, 2024, you have a chance to be heard. Make your voice known. Vote. It's your turn.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know. You know, back in middle school when they taught us it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws. They just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch. Yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do. Okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president.
America, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back.
I don't know about you, but I'm not going back. If you're not going back, vote Diane Black. Again, if you're not going back, vote Diane Black for U.S. Representative, 1st Congressional District of Mississippi.
November 5th, 2024. Vote Diane Black.
Paid for by friends of Diane Black.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi.
And we're back. We're back here at the MacMan Morning Show. Good morning to everyone. I am James Mack. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold this again. All right, we're back again. There we go. We're back on the MacMan Morning Show. I am James Mack here with our panel, our chief contributor, senior contributor, Brother Lee, and our chief correspondent is back, y'all. She's back. I said what I said. Brother Lee, you were finishing up. Before you finish up your thought, I wanted to remind our audience that WKRA, in conjunction with the MacMan Morning Show, will be providing live coverage of the election. The election results, the reactions from around the country. Join us as we look and view on this historic day. Join me and Raven Autry of WKRA, President and CEO. We will be anchoring events all during the day. We will be live at various times, and at about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock Eastern time, we will begin our coverage of election 2024. Various correspondents, guest correspondents will be and contributors will be with us on that night. We got a star lineup. You'd be surprised at who's going to be telling us what's going on around in their parts of our country as we vote for a new leader. Listen, it is so important. I got some numbers that I want to share before we go back into the find out what happened in New York City. So far, and these are the official numbers from the Secretary of State, and they have not updated them over the weekend, but this was as of Friday. The total requests for absentee ballots, this is statewide, is at 86,252. Those that have been returned, those ballots that have been returned out of that batch is 67,802. That is statewide, according to the Secretary of State. So you are voting. If you're not going, you got until October the 2nd, and I think October the 2nd is your last chance to vote absentee before the election. Go to your various county election seats, or if there's a place that has been designated for for absentee voting, you can go there and cast your vote. It is very important that you do. If you're going to vote on election day, be prepared, be very prepared, especially here in North Mississippi and in the region and in the metropolitan areas such as Memphis. Please, for long lines. Now, in some parts of our country, it is against the law. In Georgia, I think, if I'm mistaken, someone correct me, but I think I'm accurate on it. If I'm not, please correct me, that you cannot even give water, or say, for instance, you got an older person that's sitting there, you cannot give them any kind of assistance, like maybe some water, maybe they need a sandwich or something. I had his blood pressure or blood sugars may need some help or some assistance. You can't do it. It's against law. They're doing everything that they can to pull out the stops, and we have to be on top of it. So the MacMan Morning Show, along with WKRA, we're going to be on top of things, folks. It's nothing with your vote. I thought I put that up there, but I voted already. I have voted already. I voted absentee. And on the top of the ballot, believe it or not, the top of the ballot is the Vice President and Governor Walz. So I didn't have much further to go. And then over along the other sides, the congressional races and the senatorial races, Diane Black, folks, can pull this election off. She can pull this off with our help. She can pull this off with our prayers. The trends are saying a whole lot. I don't depend on polls, even though they have the vice president up. I look at some other indicators that say that I believe that not only history will be made, but it's going to be history to benefit our democracy. I just wanted to put that plug in. So we're going to get a promo for our election coverage that's coming up on next week. You're going to see us doing things we haven't done in broadcasting in a while. Remotes are going to be everywhere. And we're going to have a wonderful opportunity. Good morning to every one of you that are in the chat. September is November 2nd. Thank you. Make sure that you say hello to our chief correspondent. I said what I said is back. Hey, Lady T-Bug is here. All of you all that are here. Come on in, Lee, and finish your point that you were making, and then I said what I said to talk about this, and then I got another video. Go ahead, folks.
No, I was just saying that funny is funny, and sometimes comedy comedians can cross the line, or they can say things that they're poor taste. Not just poor taste, is hateful and racist, and that's all I have to say about that's what I have to say about it. It's just in poor taste, and it's racist and hateful, and Donald Trump is clearly letting you know how he feels. I mean, how much more can he say before people say I'm outraged? Well, you should have been outraged the first time, but he got in there, and now you're outraged again. Republican Party is not an American party. And that's the thing people have to understand. It doesn't represent what they say America is. Yet they keep putting them in. It's a proletariat country party. It's a racist party, and they're going back to their roots. And it's that simple. They used to be Democrats, but now and that was 200 years ago, and now they're Republicans because Lincoln. We was with Lincoln, and then we left Lincoln when the South started what they were doing and continued, and so we latched onto that party, and we've been with that party for a long time. So. It's just that's the party that's least racist, that is coming to a point where it works for everyone, not just the Democrats. It works for the Republicans too. So that's what I have to say.
I said what I said. Watch out! No, I'm just meddling. Things and when you see people that blatantly just sit there and say derogatory things. Now you got in the Republican, if that's what you want to call it, the other part, that MAGA party, they have black people that are running. One in Virginia. There's some other ones running for re-election in various places that have stuck on to this man, this party, the rhetoric and everything. When is enough is enough? What was your reaction when you heard about this situation going on in New York?
I don't feel like that it was a joke. They try to, design it as a joke, but this is really how they feel. And, Trump called the third world countries asshole countries as well. And so it's just something that they, this is dog whistles that they do all the time. And they have nothing but derogatory and misogynistic attacks against Harris. They don't have anything else. And so there was nothing funny about what he said. And he knew that it wasn't funny. And just like you said, Trump knew exactly what this guy was going to say, because it's nothing, like Michael Cohen said, nothing goes on in Trump world without Trump knowing. He's very hands-on. So he know exactly what everybody's going to say, and he know exactly what everybody's going to do. But since he got such a big backlash, he's trying to distance himself from this guy now. And so he got caught. Is basically what it was. He thought it was going to slide. He probably thought it was funny, and everybody that's prejudiced and racist, they all didn't see anything wrong with it. They think it's funny, and I'm sure some of the people in the audience, kind of laughed at it. And yeah, some people gasped and some people laughed because, that's who they are. And so I don't know how you close a campaign this way. Unless you're, when you're running a campaign, you're supposed to be adding, not subtracting. And it appears that this guy is doing everything he can to subtract voters. And it's like he's pulling out all the stops, all the racist remarks that he ever thought of. It's like he just spewing nothing but pure hate and racism. And y'all come on and go with me. If y'all with me and y'all feel this way, then y'all come on and vote for me. And I think he's betting on is more people racist in America than not. But that bet is wrong, because when Biden got elected in office, that showed him it's not that many. We got a lot of racist people, but it's more people that's not racist like him than not. And I'm not saying
that. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Well, I was just saying, I don't think, even if people don't care for us or, may not want to live with us or whatever, everybody don't want to live in that type of world. And keep in mind, it's the older people that's racist, because the kids are not.
Watch it. It ain't all the old people. It's all the old people.
Well, I'm just saying,
I just wonder. All the old folk. I could imagine all the old folks saying, "We're going back to Jefferson Davis and going back to the plantation." All that old people.
Well, James, what I'm saying is a lot of the baby boomers was in the separate but equal world. Remember, a lot of them grew up racist, and a lot of them, their parents taught them racism. And so these people that's still racist now, we still have a few of them left. And so it's probably going to take another 20 years for them to, go be with, whoever, and go meet the maker. And once they meet the maker, then America probably will start dying down on some of this racism, because you can rest assured Generation X, even though their parents trying to teach them racism, they're not buying it.
Z, X. You mean the Z folks, not we the X's and all them. We up there. You talking about the low alphabet
X and Z. Yeah, X and
Z.
We know
you. We know you feel like Z. We know you feel like Z.
Come on now. But
she's been on vacation, y'all. She's been on vacation. Well, let me say this. Let we got it. We're gonna hit you today. One thing I'm sick of, Brother Lee. I'm sick of being called a watermelon, dark eating, buckwheat, buckwheat that is, but they call it wheat. Buckwheat, alfalfa type of stymie, Amos and Andy, Stephen Fetchit, and Rochester type of guy. I'm about sick of these people trying to identify me and our people, or people that look like us, in that realm. We've been here, we served, we labor, we gave you free work and everything, and that's still not good. You didn't treat us like we were equals. Seemed like we got to fight for every little right and every bit of everything that we have. We're trying to hold on. They tried to starve us. They tried to make us broke, but they knew that they could not get along in this country without the people that they brought from overseas and through that strait, and came from the mother country, as they call it, that they don't want to recognize Africa as being a continent, or any of the places that are in that continent as being associated with it. I'm about tired of it, Lee. Why are they still using these dog whistles, if I can say it like that?
Well, I mean, it's the last gasp. Like sometimes you see a person that's passing away, they may sit up and take that last breath before they pass away. And that's what's happening with the Republican Party. They're sitting up and taking that last gasp as they pass away. And they can see it. They can feel it. They know more about us and what we can do than we do. And they can see it on the walls. They can see what's going on. And they're really screaming on their way out the door. It's like they've been picked up and being thrown out the door, and they're screaming on their way out. So That's what they're doing. They will do and say everything. To them, this election means everything because this is their last swing at the plate to try to change things the way they want it and turn it back the
Yeah.
way they. And people ask this question. I'm gonna say this real quick. People say,
Mhm.
well, when they say "Make America Great Again," you know what they? I can give you exact time period. I can tell you when that is because no one exactly pointed to that time. I mean, on
Give
either
it to me.
side, on the Republican or the Democrats, they can't figure out what's that time that the Republicans are talking about. I can tell you exactly the time they're talking about. They're talking about when black folks, when brown folks, and people of color, especially black folks, could not hold their head up and look a white person in the face without going to jail. They have to say yes sir and no sir, yes ma'am and no ma'am. They had to take the jobs that they were given. They could not. If a white person said a black person touched them, they go to jail or they're lynched. They want to go back to those times when we were afraid to vote, when we was afraid to own property. We could not own property. We could go to the banks that they go to, and they won't give us anything. Not give us. They won't. We can't get a loan. We can't. We're not allowed in the banks. We're not allowed in the establishments, the hotels, the stores. Those are the times they're talking about. We act like we don't know what those times were. Those are exactly the times that the Republicans are saying. When we was afraid to walk the street in certain neighborhoods. We was afraid to walk the streets in our own neighborhoods. When we were taken to jail, we know we were going to jail and we were gonna be there. So those are the times that Republicans are talking about when they say "Make America Great Again." Let's say take America back to that time. That's what I have to say.
You're listening to WKRA 90. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I said I got you in a second. I'm going to take a quick ID. Well, see, you've been on vacation and we just did a little moving of the furniture, but we ain't moving too close around. We're just going to take an ID break. This is WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial, and this is YouTube's live streaming of the Magman Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time. That's 10 a.m. on the East Coast. We'll be right back after this quick ID.
Tune in to the Macman Morning Show. Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Macman Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
First thing first, back in middle school when they taught us it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws. They just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch. Yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do. Okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president.
And we're back on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the Magman Morning Show. I'm James Mack. I am your host. I'm here with our panel. Our chief correspondent is back in the anchor chair. I said what I said, and our senior contributor, Brother Lee. We were here just discussing just a few things about being stereotyped and so forth and so on. I wanted to say good morning to all of you. There was a Let me find it right quick if I can. I was just on it. There was a comment that was made by one of our audience members was saying that Trump said that in 1779 was when America was great. Yeah, he said it. He said it. He said it in more than one way. He wanted to take us back. Come on, let me say it again for the people that's over in the corner that's reading the newspaper. He said he was going to take us back to a time where America was great again, where law and order, and what I guess he meant bounty hunters. And at that time, you go back 1800s, 1700s, and things like that. Even in the 1900s, we still, and even right now in the 20th century, 21st century, people still live like they living on the plantation, that they're still controlled by people that don't look like them. That's what I got a problem with. The Puerto Rican comment towards citizens of America. They're citizens. Hawaii is it is a state. Alaska, where the Eskimos are, is a state. The territories that we have, U.S. Samoan, they're residents. They're U.S. citizens. They're territories of the United States of America and its territories. And we treat people like they're nothing, call their whole place where they live just because they live on the island, then had the nerve to call the island a piece of garbage. That's what we're talking about. What happened at these rallies. Now, we talked enough about what went on there. I want to talk about something else before I get to this last part, and I'm going to get to a part that I really want Mississippi to be emphasized on while we're doing this. Y'all, we're going to come back on the other side of this and talk about what happened here at this thing right here. At this
he
polling
cast his
place.
ballot and is accused of repeatedly punching a Bexar County elections clerk. The sheriff's office says that it's because that man was asked to take off his MAGA hat.
Yeah, that clerk doing what they're supposed to do. A 63-year-old man, Jesse Lutzenberger, faces a felony assault charge. As our Daniela Ibarra explains, that charge could change, though.
Voting is a constitutional right. Sylvia Hernandez says it gives people power.
Their vote is their voice.
She spent the week campaigning outside the Johnston Library on the southwest side. On Thursday night, she saw an ambulance pull up, but didn't know why.
This is a press conference that I was hoping we would not have to have.
Bexar County Elections Administrator Jackie Callanan says paramedics checked on an election clerk in his 60s. An incident report says 63-year-old Jesse Lutzenberger punched him. The report says Lutzenberger wore a red MAGA hat inside. Sheriff Javier Salazar says poll workers asked him to take it off twice.
Wearing clothing supporting a political candidate, which that's electioneering, and it's certainly something that you're not supposed to do.
Lutzenberger is charged with assault, a felony.
Is there a different charge for assaulting an election worker?
Well, that's what we're looking at now.
Callanan says the election clerk is back at the polls. Security is also beefed up there.
That's very scary, you know, because it makes you stop and think, wow, am I going to be safe?
Hernandez says political disagreements shouldn't get physical.
Let the best man win. You know, there's no reason for violence. None.
Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
All right. The war is on. I'm working as an election worker, trying to do my civic duty. Yes, they give me a little compensation. They might even buy me lunch. I get a chance to see my neighbors and people come out and exercise their right as U.S. citizens to cast their vote. And then you slap me in my face. What do you think the Mac Man would do? I want to know. Anybody in the chat, y'all think about it. Now, I ain't nobody sucker. I don't start no trouble. But what do you think I would do? I'm going to put it up on the screen as I said what I said. You sitting there taking the names of the dear people, checking them off of the poll list, and you saying good morning in your wonderful, most best professional, cheery voice, and good morning to you, and welcome to the poll, or what have you, or whatever the greeting may be, and bow, boom, some joker hit. I said what I said across the face. What is gonna happen? I said what I said. Tell me. I believe I don't know what's going.
Well, let me just say this. That clip comes from my territory, okay? Bexar County. That's in Texas. And I was discussing this last week about you can't wear any political gear when you get ready to go vote. And this is a prime example of it. And so when she tried to correct him, he got angry. And, you know, that's what MAGA mean. I wanted to say that before we went to break a while ago. They, instead of it being Make America Great Again, what they're really saying is Make America White Again. And they're just trying to make it nice. And you know, they put that great in there, you know, to make it look like, you know, we're not as racist as everybody think we are. But that's exactly what this is about. And Lord forbid if I was working at a poll and somebody slapped me, because James, I'm telling you, I don't know what I would do. And keep in mind, Texas is an open carry state, so they better
Lord,
try to before I go to work. I'm just saying. And you know,
But no, wait a minute. You nice. And wait a minute, hold that thought. We got to go to this break. We're going to this break, get this. So hold it right there. I said, yeah, we got to go to break. I'm going to go to break real quick, and we'll be back after these messages that we have with. I said, hold that, because I want to hear what got to be said. You're listening to the McMahon Morning Show on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial.
America, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back.
I don't know about you, but I'm not going back. If you're not going back, vote Diane Black. Again, if you're not going back, vote Diane Black for U.S. Representative, 1st Congressional District of Mississippi.
November 5th, 2024. Vote Diane Black.
Paid for by Friends of Diane Black.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Because your voice matters. Paid for by Ty Pinkins for Congress. Baghdad is far from the Mississippi Delta, but I've lived in both. I'm Ty Pinkins, born and raised in the Delta. I served 21 years in the Army, including 3 combat tours. As a lawyer, I stood up for Mississippi families being wrongly evicted in the middle of winter, and for workers who were cheated out of their pay by big businesses, and I won. Now I'm running to represent Mississippi in the U.S. Senate. As your senator, I will fight for better paying jobs, including increasing the minimum wage to $15 an hour, affordable health care, and equality education for our children. On November 5th, I'd be honored to have your vote, because your voice matters. Paid for by Ty Pinkins for Congress. Baghdad is far from the Mississippi Delta, but I've lived in both. I'm Ty Pinkins, born and raised in the Delta.
Ain't nothing wrong with getting your bunny on with McMahon Morning Show very own Mr. Lee.
When I was a kid, Mama looked at you before you got in the stove. She looked, I don't want to. You don't put your hands on. You don't ask for shit. We ain't eating. We wait till we get home. But kids now, it's like, you know what you do, you know. He got a note saying that he's allergic to peanut butter. He's allergic to jelly. He's allergic to bread. He got gluten free. He gave me this. He gave me this. And then he got he got DDT, ADT, or Rivian, or whatever. He can stand on the table. He can do whatever he want to do. What kind of is that?
Attention WKRA listeners, if you would like to advertise on the MacMan Morning Show, please leave a message at macmedia3@gmail.com.
And we're back. We got 8 days, folks, before we go and make our choice for our new president of the United States. I'm talking about Election Day on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial and the MacMan Morning Show. We're collaborating together with our radio headquarters to bring you election results 2024. Has not been done. This is a not no experiment, but this is just an expansion of the vision of WKRA and the vision of ours here at MacMan Morning Show to bring you the finest and the best information and inspiration. Our information that we will be giving to you will be giving you the results around the country from our various correspondents. You're going to be surprised at who's going to be our correspondents around in their region and who lives there. We want to know from east to west to north to south what's going on, what's happening. So join me, James Mack and Raven Autry, of President and CEO of WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. Join us as we anchor the November 5th broadcast day. We got a lot coming up. We're going to have some special guests. We're going to have people that are going to be encouraging those to get going, get out to vote. We might have Yellow Pain and some others. We have some people from the village of Dalton where we will be getting information from what's happening there. We're going to be down in Texas, Arkansas. We're going to be everywhere listening to what we even going to drop Lady T-Bug a little note and see if she can give us some information from where she is. I've already voted, folks. I've already voted. I made my selection. I'm happy. Took all the pictures and things just to document what I did on my ballot. It's secret, but you don't know. It's not a secret to me. I did vote for the vice president, and that's no shame in my game. Get out, folks, and register. Not register. Some places you can register and vote at the same place, but none that I know of right here in the Mid-South. Michelle Obama sent in her absentee ballot from the city of Chicago, where she's registered to vote. And wonderful rally that she had, and the information that she gave to men. Look, brothers, we got to cover the sisters. We got to cover them, those that are in power. And those that are doing, we got to be covering. So we need to get off our do-nothings and get out and exercise our right to vote. I just want to say also good morning to Diane Black. We want to say good morning to the future Congresswoman of the state of Mississippi, coming out of the 1st Congressional District. Go, Diane, go. I mean, you roll, sister. This is your opportunity to Ty Pickett, who is running for Senate. We're rooting for him also, as he's on the campaign trail on this morning, and he had a full day on yesterday at the various places of worship that received him. Y'all get out and vote. It is so important that you do, because and then when you go vote, don't go to the polls and put your hands on anybody. Like, cause I said what I said, say they carry pistols and artilleries and things in her neck of the woods. But I said what I said, this man came up to you, back to where we're at. WKRA, folks, we're here, 92.7 FM. But I want to hear from you. I said what I said, because you said you was going to whoop the man slaps you in the face. So what would happen if this man just walk? I don't know what and he had a red mega hat on, Brother Lee. We're gonna ask Brother Lee what all this stuff is. Is this the new sheet in the night or something? I said what I said. The man slapped you. You did what?
Well,
You doing your
James,
duty.
well, I was just kidding with the open carry, but I
You
probably,
ain't kidding. They do carry. No, they do carry open carry in. They carry them Wild
but
West
you
pistols.
can't bring it in the polls though. They're very
I don't know.
particular.
They ain't got no
with
metal
with-
detectors or nothing. Do they?
Yeah, but they got people at the door that that check you in Texas. They watch out for all of that. But he better hope I don't have any coffee because he's gonna get that dashed in his face. I'm just saying, I'm gonna have to retaliate some kind of way. And then I'm pretty sure the rest of the poll workers are gonna get him, and then I'm gonna sue him.
Okay.
Is what I'm gonna do.
So you got some friends in high and low places that will got your back. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, because I'm
Okay,
gonna make
but
sure I make friends with everybody if I'm working in the poll place, wherever I go, I'm gonna make some friends. You can rest assured of that. And
yeah, well,
yeah, I'm gonna have some friends.
you're gonna have some backup.
Yeah, I always make friends everywhere I go. I don't meet strangers. For
I
whatever
don't know
reason.
that man slapped Brother Lee. We'd like to thank you, Ms. Hill, for voting and everything. Thank you, and welcome to the Magman Morning Show. We all welcome our new listener and viewer. We have a lot of listeners everywhere on WKRA, and people listen. They can listen and watch on YouTube. They be listening too, because you ain't supposed to. Y'all don't get fired or nothing. Be watching things. I love the loyalty, and thank you for doing what you're doing. And I just wanted to throw that at you, Brother Lee. I got my MAGA hat on. I come up in there and give me a ballot. And I'm coming into your table, walked up to you, and you give me the ballot, and I go to the thing and I strike it, and I come back and I just slap all the stars of Jordan in the Milky Way you begin to see after I did slap you and proceeded. What? And my MAGA hat is on. You told me to take it off, and I told you where the sun don't shine and everything. What do you think wrong with these people in these red hats and things and talking about make America great, and they can come in and just kick stuff over and slap you in the face? What do you think about these people? Have they gone crazy, or what do they think they can get away with it? What is it, brother?
Well, it's like being in a game. Well, when you see one at a time, the mega thing, the Donald Trump phenomenon, lets them feel like they're emboldened, like they feel like they have an army behind them. And when they were quiet, yes, they were quiet. And now this gets them a feeling that they can come out the closet and they can act a fool because they feel they have the numbers and they're going to get the backing. That man probably was quiet as a mouse before Donald Trump came on the scene. He wasn't as emboldened as he is now. He can slap people now. He can call your name now. He can do all of he feels he can do it because he feels he's got a game backing him. He's got the president, an ex-president backing him, telling him it's okay to be racist. It's okay to put your hands on people. It's okay to kidnap a governor from Minnesota. I think she was from Minnesota. It's okay to plot and kidnap
Michigan.
If
She
you
was
don't
from
like,
Michigan.
if you don't like her, don't like what she's doing, don't like her what
She was from
stands
Michigan.
for. I mean, they have gotten emboldened. They have gotten out of the closet, and it makes them feel a certain kind of way. Yeah, I have had Caucasians speak come out and say, look, I like this Donald Trump because, he's for lower taxes. I say, well, no, that's not true. And I got in-laws that wear mega hats. I got an in-law that wears a mega hat. He tells me, they say the blacks, he calls us the blacks, He says the blacks are, they with the wrong party, and they feel very good about saying it. I'm looking at him like he done lost his mind. But that's what they feel they can do. I've had
So
one that
so
same
you
guy
said,
with a mega hat on. They had that
wow.
thing. Well, where you do the Pledge of Allegiance and you put your over baseball games and football games. And at
Or
this
the
time, at
national
this
anthem and
particular
stuff
point,
like that at the ball game.
I was feeling some kind of way,
Mm.
and the guy turned around and told me to stand up. He said he had a mega hat on. It was my in-law. He had a mega hat on. He
What?
said, "Stand up," and I
What?
told him, and I can't say what I said, but
Yeah, you can.
we had some work because his grandkids are black, but his kids are white, are Caucasian, and he's having an inner kind of fight with them himself, and he's holding on to his racist views, and his daughters are married to black men. He has two daughters. They're married to black men, and each of them have
Oh,
black children.
they not
And
shacking.
he wears
They
that mega
married.
hat proudly.
So you saying they
Well,
married?
that's what I have to say.
Wow, that's interesting.
Let me say this,
Because
King.
go
When you
ahead.
finish, let me say something.
Go ahead. I want. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
When I
ahead. The
was
iron is
when
hot.
yeah, when we was traveling out of town, um, coming back home, Texas have a lot of rural little cities, right? So we stopped in this one city, and of course, we're not represented in this little city. And if I tell you, MAGA was all up in that store. They were treating us. We were trying to get gas, and you know how you fill your car up, and then you just, you're supposed to move on once you fill your car up, okay? And so they knew we were trying to get gas, and do you know, two of them, not one, but two, they just sat
Oh
there.
my.
And so we had to we informed them, hey, your gas thing stopped. Can we go ahead and get some gas? And the woman just looked at us like, why are we asking her any questions? And she took her time by getting out the way. And then we had this other guy, because it's 3 stations, right? And we were in a truck, in a U-Haul truck, and so that's pretty. It was a medium size, so you have to get up in there to get to the gas tank. They saw us, but it was like, y'all black people, and so we're gonna take our time. So the lady took her time by getting out the way, and the man took his time by getting out the way. Go in the store, and most men, hold the door open for you. They slamming the doors in our faces. It's like, what are y'all doing in our town? So we was like, okay, we need to hurry up and get up out of here.
Oh my.
Yeah, because
Wow.
it's like he's giving them Superman power. Like
So
Lee
you.
said, they
So
feel
you.
empowered now. They feel like they can just, whatever they feeling, they feel like they can just, put that on you. It's like, it's blatant racism, and we're not gonna hide it anymore. It's all out in the open now.
So you didn't do like Sophia on The Color Purple when the mayor's wife came up and said, "You gonna work for me?" And she said, "No, Hades, no." I ain't gonna say the word since I went to church yesterday. I gotta be nice. And the lady said, "What did you say?" And she repeated it. And the woman, somebody slapped her or something like that. And my man was at the gas pump. He was hollering, "Hurry up and pump that gas!"
That's right. Hurry up,
That's
pump
what
that
I was
gas.
saying, Lee. If I said what I said
definitely
was like,
agree with you.
woo,
When I
somebody's
said what I
woo,
said was to go
woo.
to the back of that U-Haul truck.
Oh no.
Yeah, I get you.
Well, Lee,
Yeah,
because
because I don't travel
because
alone.
Well, yeah, I
well, we
understand
are.
that
Y'all
too.
know don't go up against. I said
definitely
what I said.
understand that.
Yeah, don't go up on her, y'all. Y'all be nice. Y'all be nice.
I put it as an opportunity for
Yeah.
us to see what's going on and not guess that people feel a certain
But to
way.
see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an opportunity. It's a blessing to see it. God to let you see it and not have to read somebody's mind and say, "Well, I think they're racist. I think that." No, they're telling you now. I am.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is how I
I mean,
feel, man. And
wide
to,
open too.
I would say this, they actually showing you that this man that they support believes in absolutely nothing. But he only believes that he has one thing he believes in, himself. And it's like the devil. They're voting for the devil himself. Here's something that doesn't believe in anything but himself,
Anything.
and you'll support it because
Yeah.
he says, "I'm gonna save the Caucasian race."
He
And they say, "I
literally
don't
saying
care."
that.
Yeah.
He's
He says
literally
that.
saying that.
And they want
Yeah.
you to bow
Yes.
down to them now. They want you to bow down. They want you, like you said, they want to take you back to 1779 when you were saying
They-
no, sir, yes, sir,
hmm
yes.
and,
Yes.
and
No,
so
You
ma'am.
wasn't even.
can I
You
do
wasn't
anything,
saying
sir?
that. You better not say that. Don't
You
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 look at him
was
the wrong
you
way.
wasn't you wasn't saying anything like James said. Uh, you wouldn't speak until you were spoken to.
Right.
You
Right.
wouldn't. You would. If you had a dispute with them, you didn't say anything about it. You would stay out of the way. You were seen and not seen. That's what
Yeah.
they want to go back to, where
Yeah.
you had the
The
worst of.
invisible.
Oh yeah, well you had the worst of everything, and you never complained because there was no
Never.
one to complain
But
to.
you right, Lee. I like it when you show me who you are, because that way I know exactly where I stand. I like it when you show me where I stand. That way
Exactly.
I know where you stand and you know where I stand. But
Well,
what
I
you're
don't.
not gonna do is take me back. I'm not going back. And so
Well, I don't
yeah,
think
you know
nobody want to
where I
take you
stand.
back to that. I don't think nobody want to take you back to them times or anything like that though, because I'm sitting here like, it doesn't surprise me, but these people got a lot of gall. Listen, I wanted to say let's get to this part here. I know we went to New York and Madison Square Garden. I always wanted to go see the Rockettes and see the Christmas show. I don't even want to go now. It doesn't excite me no more. I want to talk about Houston, Texas this week. Going back to around where I said what I said, homesteads and places like that. Let me tell you something. It was rocking in Houston, and it was a far cry from the New York City rally with all of the watermelon jokes and everything like this. Let's look at this, and we're going to come back on the other side and see what really was shaking in Houston this weekend.
I'm not here as a celebrity. I'm not here as a politician. I'm here as a mother. A mother who cares deeply about the world my children and all of our children live in. A world where we have the freedom to control our bodies. A world where we're not divided. Our past, our present, our future merge to meet us here. Imagine our daughters growing up seeing what's possible with no ceilings, no limitations. Imagine our grandmothers. Imagine what they feel right now. Those who have lived to see this history.
We're not going back. And we have a lot of work to do. And we have a lot of work to do, and we will not get distracted.
I wanted to thank the Associated Press for that feed that we had. We had a technical something that happened, and I'll just recap it for you. Man, it was really, really wonderful. We had, I think that's Michelle Williams and Beyonce. She had a nice suit on, big suit. It looks pretty nice. And Beyonce came out to
James, that's Kelly Rowland.
Kelly Rowland. See, thank you.
Yeah, Kelly Rowland.
See,
Yeah.
I don't want nobody coming and doing the Sophia slap on me. Okay. And they were there. I mean, let me tell you something about this particular event that happened. And the vice president was at her best. And those that came up to to share with her. And there's nothing wrong with a celebrity endorsing somebody. You got a lot of people that are influenced, a lot of people that follow certain people, and there's a certain level of influence. There were so many people that were there. There were no empty seats, according to the fire marshal in Houston. They did have to stop people from coming in. People were sitting there. They were trying to get in here because they want to turn the page on this catastrophe that we have going on here in this country. There were a lot of words that were said, a lot of things that were that was my fault. I don't know a lot of celebrities like y'all do, so don't hold it against me. That's Miss Kelly Rowland. Good morning from Chicago. Chicago girl is here. Like to say good morning to you. Long time no see. Glad to see you here with us in the chat. I want to know now. I mean, she came out, man. Folks was hollering, and you got and I'm just me. I know that some people like Taylor Swift and those kind of people and things like that, but we got to take our hats off to these young ladies, women in power, that have an opportunity to have such an influence on today's society. I said what I said. It's interesting to see how the women of color, not just women of color, but just women, period, have to come in and rescue and save us, Brother Lee, from the things and the diabolical things that are going on. These two celebrities and many others are out there, Lee. What do you think their impact is going to have? Because I said what I said to really think about this, the superpower of the women. She's going to lead us off. Go ahead with what do you think about this great rally, Brother Lee?
Well, I think it's good to see. It's great to see. But I want to say this to the women. And I want all the women to listen to this. They may not like it, but I'm going to tell you this. Women are over 50% of the voting population.
Okay.
But women are constantly voting for the men, the white men, the Caucasian men. Women have a responsibility, and women should take responsibility for seeing all these people in office. It's your fault. It's your fault because you're the majority. And you keep putting these people in office and complaining. Yeah, they took away Roe v. Wade. Yeah, it's your fault. Because you have the majority. You have the power. And you complain. It's time for you to vote. That's what I have to say.
Okay, Penelope, behave yourself, y'all in the chat. And I gotta ask you. I said what I said based upon Brother Lee's observation on that. What is your observation?
Well, don't worry. We'll put Kamala in office. That's what I have to say. And I told you guys early on that the women is going, because of the abortion rights, the women are going to put her in office, and we will do that. And we will go ahead and save the country again. And, we try to make the best decision that we can. We go with what we have. We tried to put Hillary Clinton in. She had over 3.3 million votes more than Trump. It's just that the women in the Mideast the white women didn't help us out. But black women did vote for Hillary Clinton. And that's what I have to say about that. Are you still with us, James?
Oh, my bad. That was me. I had that button over there, not pressed. You make a real interesting argument about the lack of us doing the things that we ought to do. We ought to just stand up and be counted and do the things that we have to do. We got to get out and vote, folks. We cannot sit back and allow another election to go and give that man an opportunity to come in. We ain't gonna talk about him right now, but listen, we have a wonderful lineup this week that we're getting ready to have. We got some guests coming on. We got some guest interviews leading up to our wonderful, I always say wonderful, everything is wonderful. I like wonderful. To lead up to our election coverage that we're going to be having here on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial and streamed live. Our whole broadcast will be streamed live on YouTube. Various contributors and commentators will be here with us. Join me and Raven Autry for Election Night 2024. It is really going to be something. We're going to get it all together. On behalf of everybody here at the Man Morning Show, Dr. J, our executive producer, to Ryan, our social media editor, to I Said What I Said, chief correspondent. She's back, y'all. Y'all know she's back. She ain't gonna let nobody slap on her. And Brother Lee, our chief contributor. We are here every day, Monday through Friday, every weekday morning at 9 o'clock here on the McMahon Morning Show. I'm James Mack. I'm your host. We'll see you on tomorrow. Get ready, get out, and vote.
Morning Show.